Young ladies and gentlemen, there is panic on the Israeli side. Israel, which has always believed that she was extremely powerful against Iran. Israel, which is in synergy action with the United States of America, seeks to provoke Iran, to strike Iran. Since we have seen all these last few days, the United States of America, who gave a sort of ultimatum to Iran, and which is even preparing, moreover, in order to be able to strike Iran. Israel is now very afraid. All the Iran's movements are controlled at the letter. And it is with this in mind that Israel has discovered movements extremely suspicious on Iranian soil. He's monitoring Iran, Israel and Washington are monitoring Iran. So they saw movements unimaginable, military and unthought, the very nature of movement. That is what it's frightening. Iran hasn't said a word, not even Iran didn't say a single word. But they themselves are already afraid of what they are watching. What's going on? Really, what did they see? So young ladies and gentlemen, within the framework of this conference, of this video conference, it's from these current events that we are going to talk about. The case is not yet closed. Iran is not ready to give up. Iran is on the path of revenge and everything seems to be correct and perfect for Iran. Please share this video conference with maximum. Give it lots of likes. These are gestures that give more force to video conferencing and which the secure. So, if this is your first time to come across my video, or even if you often come across my video, but what you are not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button. If it's on YouTube or on Facebook, you click the follow button. This will allow you to no longer miss the hottest news of the moment. Let's delve into the depths, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. There's trembling in Israel. So the facts, what did they observe? Iran is intensifying its movements. Israel is afraid. Who asked Israel to go and monitor Iran? So this Hebrew media outlets reported that Iran is currently multiplying significant military activities, including unit movements. So several units together are moved all at once towards the borders, towards several zones. What is Iran planning? Maranatha, what is Iran planning? Several units. So there are concentrations of weapons. So apart from among the important activities from a military standpoint, we have the movements units, we have concentrations of armaments. That is to say, Iran is moving the armaments, the heaviest weapons from point A to point B. The various borders, the different border areas the orders served are served. Yes, Israel is watching. Israel does not understand. No, what is it? What's going on? Is this a training exercise? A military exercise? Iran is speechless. Iran has not said that they are in the process to proceed as a military exercise. But what Iran is doing it's scary. What is Iran planning? That's the big question that Israel is asking itself. Let's go. There is also beyond the concentrations regarding armament, there are maneuvers nearby strategic borders. Maneuvers are underway. In any case, according to the images satellites, they saw that he has maneuvers. But that's why these maneuvers do not resemble military exercises. These maneuvers look much more like an unprecedented military preparation. So, and you remember, Iran has not yet specified if these movements concern a military exercise, a broad exercise, or a setting in defensive posture or preparation offensive. That is to say, Israel is in total doubt. Are they in large-scale military exercise? Because even if it's a military exercise, that must not extend over such a large territory. It is too wide. The perimeter is very large. Are they currently prepared to put oneself in a defensive position, to defend oneself in case of an incident? But when Israel checks, it doesn't look like not to that either. And ultimately, is it that they are in the process to prepare to launch an offensive military, so under attack? Here's the big question mark. So, Iran could transfer or positioning defense systems aerial. In any case, what has been observed is that Iran is transferring and to position systems of air defenses, short-range missiles and medium-range missiles, long-range and armed drones towards border areas or bases advances. All this in one objective, with the aim of coercion or preparation. That is to say, Iran is doing it, or it is to attack Israel, or is it for prepare and stay ready? In all the cases, Israel is disturbed. So the fact that it is already Israeli media, so the Hebrew media themselves, which relaying the information means that Israel is panicking. Israel itself, which Iran is under surveillance and panicked. Israeli authorities can do nothing say, since they themselves are confused, they don't understand. So it must be said that this has some repercussions. The question is, are we going towards an open confrontation, or it's an escalation game in which Iran is giving himself up? But knowing Iran, we know that Iran is not playing games. When Iran makes promises, Iran fulfills its promise. And the latter, meanwhile, relations between Iran and Israel. And the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, had recently announced that they were going to punish all those who will attempt to give birth to touch on Iran a little. So for Israel, it's a rise in power, which represents a direct risk of striking or provoking. So Israel is no longer in control. Israel or Iran will provoke Israel either directly, or Iran will strike Israel directly. So Israel is forced to repeat the process. Vigilance, adjusting one's defenses, anti-missile systems, and to plan a response immediate in the event of an attack, because we does not know if Iran wants to attack or not. For Iran, the positioning or the military demonstration serves several purposes ends. To show impatience, to show that they themselves are eager to move on to the confrontation with Israel, because this that they did last time, Iran was left wanting more. And Iran has promised this time to tolerate nothing more. The revenge will be total. So Iran is trying to demonstrate that he is impatient, and also that he has the ability to act in the face of provocations, Israeli and Western. Iran is ready. So on the other side, it's for strengthen its regional position unavoidable. So Iran is essential in the region. That's what it means. And so whatever happens, all of this is already deterring Israel. So young ladies and gentlemen, that was of course the front page of international news. Please share it as much as possible. I'll be back later with more news, information. That was the voice of your humble servant, Robert.